Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about why I think it's stupid when people take certain compounds such as SARMs alone. Obviously I don't support the use of SARMs or any sort of DHT derived hormones anyways, but I just wanted to get into that. But my disclaimer, I have no medical training. I am not a chemist, I am not a doctor, nor do I pretend to be one. I do not encourage the use of any substances, legal or illegal, and this video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. So first and foremost, SARMs and DHT-derived steroids, or other chemical compounds, even 19-nor testosterones, don't convert into estrogen. At least maybe MENT does, but that's a whole topic in and of itself. Mainly, let's stick to SARMs. They can't convert into estrogen, they can't convert into DHT, and they are not testosterone. So does this mean they fulfill all of the roles of testosterone in the body? No. They are supposed to be androgen receptor modulators, meaning they are specific to androgen receptors. This doesn't necessarily mean they are amazing at sticking to only fulfilling those roles of muscle building and, specifically skeletal muscle tissue building. They are a lot better at it than steroids, at least from what the clinical literature that we have now shows. But that doesn't mean they're perfect at it, and as can be seen that there is still some left ventricular hypertrophy with this, meaning that it's not always skeletal muscle growth. So they don't fulfill all of the roles of testosterone. We know this because prostates don't necessarily enlarge when you take a SARM. Now, that's a good thing for people who have enlarged prostates, but that also means that all the other DHT side effects that might come with taking something like a testosterone are now not happening to someone who might need that. So, for example, if a young boy, maybe 16 or even 14, takes a SARM and they don't have the correct amount of testosterone or estrogen in their system, a lot of things can go wrong, and they can have developmental issues and potentially could even stunt their penile growth. I mean, there's so many different factors that go into what DHT and estrogen do in the body, especially when you're growing up. That's why even now when I talk about supplements that are legal, like the andros or the pro hormones, I still say 18 and older because you need to identify the risks and if you're willing to take them. I did multitudes of research before I even dipped my toes in the water when it came to these things. And before I even did it, I walked away from it before I went back to it. And it's really tempting when you're young. It's really tempting because you're just not building mass like you want to. Everybody says, well, you have the perfect endocrine function for what you need when you're, what you want when you're trying to build muscle, which isn't necessarily true. People all have different hormonal functions in their body. And so that can vary wildly. But the fact of the matter is people don't understand the risks associated with taking SARMs. And one thing is they don't understand that SARMs can't convert into anything and don't fulfill the roles of other hormones that they are essentially blocking in your body. So when it comes to estrogen specifically, you can get neuro and cardiotoxicity when there is not enough estrogen present in the body. And why is that important? Well, the fact of the matter is estrogen is fundamental for even muscle building effects. So when people go on just SARMs only and their body is no longer producing estrogen or is producing a very small amount because their body is now naturally suppressed, which can happen with some weaker SARMs and lower dosages, you're not fulfilling all of your body's endocrine functions, and therefore you're putting your body at risk. And estrogen is actually extremely neuro and cardio protective, as we've seen with women who go through menopause have higher rates of neuro and cardio problems after they go through menopause and no longer are producing estrogen. Testosterone also has a multitude of different functions in the body, and it's extremely important that people understand this because even DHT is extremely important in the body, and SARMs and a lot of steroids do not fulfill all of the roles of testosterone. That's our base chemical hormone. And also, sometimes SARMs can impact the ability of testosterone to even work on our body as it's supposed to. There's so many different factors that people do not consider. But mainly what I'm trying to get through to people's brains here is in countries where SARMs are legal, if you are not taking an estrogen base, I I don't think you did enough research. I think it's silly. Unless you're taking extremely low amount and your doctor's doing it for some medical purpose. If you're trying to take it for a cycle and you're trying to take it for muscle building and you're not taking an estrogen base, or a testosterone base would ironically be more ideal in this scenario. Maybe if you took like a 4-andro to supply more of the basic physiological functions that your body needs, you probably haven't done nearly enough research onto this topic of what you should be doing. And so that just goes back to the fact that I always talk about: research, research, research before you do anything. Obviously, in the United States, this doesn't apply because SARMs are completely not for human use and steroids are illegal. So that's my 2 cents. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I would like it if you would subscribe, hit that notification bell, like the video, share it to your friends, and comment down below. And if you're on Rumble, please hit the Rumble button, comment down below, share it to your friends, and follow my channel. I will see you guys all in the next one, and remember to keep those shoulders back and down. And until then, have a good one.